Namaste, dear friends. I was just reflecting about the video this morning and the conversation on the Facebook wall, and it feels like we are polarizing each other so much. We go to extremes, beliefs, and yeah, that doesn't feel right. I realized that okay, I want to be open. I want to see the other perspective and to kind of be able to accept that it might be true, it might be just a huge conspiracy, and actually nothing in Ukraine is real. So then I realized that maybe it's even more deeper than what people might think is actually about the media, brainwashing and stuff like this, because I realized for me it's not. I realize for me it's about how we perceive power. As simple as that, how we perceive power and how we define power and authority. And when I say power, when I use this word power, I'm not referring necessarily to political power, not at all actually. Power is in the sense of, like when you have power over your employees, or as a teacher you have a certain kind of power of authority in the mind of the students. So for me, the degree of regarding or looking at a leader is how much he or she is able to let go of power. You might think it's just one dimension, but this dimension, it happens to be very important, because from here everything starts. In the spiritual realm, there were some issues with some teachers years ago, and from there also it starts. It's about the ability to let go of power. Attention, not the speaking about letting go and accepting and surrender and blah blah blah. No, about doing it, about being able to let go of people when their inner movement is to let go. And this applies for everything, for a parent that actually sees the child going out of the house and he wants to get out of the influence of the parent. And what does the parent does in that moment? He is trying to control the child so he can stay nearby him, and helping him on the old age when he doesn't have someone to bring him a cup of water, or he gives freedom to the child because he knows that he will be better if he goes out of his influence and, I don't know, goes in the world and makes something for himself, for example. I feel this dimension of the ability to let go of power. It's so subtle, and I don't know, when I look back and 2 years ago, and I'm thinking that people can see, especially in the spiritual realm, can see the subtle movements of this, what I'm just saying now. Now I realize that, wow, people, they cannot see this in Putin, that he is not being able to let go of power, and from here everything derives. And that's why everything is justified for him. And people, they cannot see this. So how naive I was to think that people can see much more subtle attachments to power than Putin and Lukashenko. I feel this is a very deep subject, and I'll try to discuss it more and more, because for me it is the root of all problems. Thank you very much.